Who pays for title insurance? Actually, what is title insurance? Hi, this is Andrew with the Andrew Smith team of eXp Realty. And I have to admit, I've been in the business a long time now. And for years, the concept of title insurance was still a little bit confusing to me. And it's certainly been confusing to our clients over the years. In what exactly is it? Didn't I pay for this when I bought the house? And why am I paying for it again when I sell the house? And what actually does it do? So let's take just a couple of minutes here today and dive into that and help give you a little bit of an explanation. So first and foremost, there are two different types of title insurance policies. One is known as a lender's policy, and one is known as an owner's policy. Now, if we look at a lender's policy first, do you need it? Well, that depends. If you're buying your home and you're utilizing a mortgage to make that purchase, then yes, you absolutely need a lender's policy. The lender will actually require it, and that is going to be a cost to you at closing. And what that is essentially going to do is it's going to protect the lender's interest in your property up to the value of the mortgage. So if there was a prior claim, or if something came along and someone made a claim against your property in a dollar amount, the lender's title insurance policy is going to make sure that the lender's mortgage is covered. It's insured, in other words. So for instance, let's say you buy a house that's $500,000, to use a nice round number, and your loan is an 80% loan, $400,000. So the lender's title insurance policy would be in place for $400,000. That would protect the lender up to that loan amount. Now, the second type of title policy is an owner's title policy, and that, just as it implies, is to protect the owner of the property during their time of ownership from any and all prior claims or clouds against title. And I understand you're like, well, wait a minute, wasn't a title report done when I bought the house? Didn't they search this? The answer is yes, they did search it, but not everything always appears, and mistakes can be made and claims can be filed later. So let me explain. So first and foremost, who pays for that? Well, that policy is not actually required, but it's common. It's usually there. And it's who pays for it's actually negotiable. It's normal and customary that the seller will pay for the buyer's owner's title policy, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's negotiated through the contract. A lot depends on the market, to be honest with you. If you're in a very hot, hyperactive market and things are selling really quickly and there's a lot of competition for homes, many buyers will write it into the contract that they will pick up the cost of the title policy, and they do not make it a seller cost. In a normal market, standard everyday buying and selling of real estate, quite often, again, it's normal and customary that the seller provide that. It becomes a seller closing cost. But what in fact is it? Well, what the owner's title policy does, as I mentioned, protects the interests of the owner while they own it. So what if, obviously it's a resale home we're talking about here, and what if 20 years ago, they determine, or someone makes a claim that a deed that was signed was actually forged, and that ownership never should have taken place, and it belongs to me and heir? Well, the title insurance policy is going to take care of that for you. What if a county clerk made a mistake in applying taxes a few years ago, and then suddenly realizes that and then applies a tax lien to the property? Well, title insurance is going to take care of that for you, etc. It's going to be matters such as those. It could be a contractor that files later on saying, hey, I was never paid for work, and they file a mechanics lien against the property, not knowing that the ownership had changed. Your title insurance policy is going to protect you against that. So In essence, the owner's title insurance policy is going to make sure that any and all claims against title, including easements, potential boundary line disputes, cannot come back and impact you when they took place prior to your period of ownership. Now, I don't know if that helped or if that just confused you further, but I certainly hope that it helped answer a little bit against who pays for it and what, in fact, title insurance is. But if you have any additional questions or would like some additional information, please look directly below this video if you're seeing this on YouTube, and you'll find my contact information and a way to send me a message.